Hello, everybody. We've been out and about today, just seeing how everybody fared through that storm yesterday, and looks like everybody did great. It didn't harm anybody in any big way or anything. So stirred up some fish out there, made some of them happy. But we've been out and about. We went to Matthews Market Days, and so now we took a trip on over to Whitestone and came down the road and ran into some old salt. I'll tell you what, we came in. I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna introduce you. This is Captain Meredith Robbins, and we're here in Whitestone with him, sitting down talking with him. And he's got Robbins Boat Yard and been fishing for many a year and got a lot of stories and been sharing his pictures with us and everything, and we've just been having a great time. And so we wanted to talk to him and let him share a little bit with us and share with all of you. And what would you like to say to him, Captain Robbins?
Well, I had my 90th birthday here back in May, and I'm doing along pretty good. I did a little towboating when I was a youngster and got tired of that, got caught, went in the Army, wound up over in Korea. Thank the Lord I made it back, and I met a beautiful little girl up in upper part of the county, Dixie Cooper, and we had a lovely marriage up until a couple of years ago. She gave me 3 nice boys, and they all followed my footsteps. And one of them is, what you might say, a pretty good fish boat captain. And that was what I did most of my later years. After I came back out of the Army, I decided to quit tugboating and went fishing. And I had an offer to go pilot for a fella. The fish boats carry a pilot does the navigating, and of course they have a mate that handles the crew. But anyway, I stayed pilot for about 3 years, and I wanted a mate's job because I almost had to get a mate's job in order to become a captain. So it took me 5 years, and finally Mr. Humphreys, Peck Humphreys, had a fleet of fishing vessels, and he gave me the break. But I'll go back and talk about my captain that gave me a mate's job. He was one of the probably greatest fishermen we had. He came off of what we call Goat Island. That's down on Windmill. And he was really, but anyway, the boss finally decided to give me a boat, and back in those days we had a white crew. The Union had tried to get in, and we didn't want to go Union, so most of the black crews refused to go fishing. So he told me I had to carry a white crew. And they were starting out. You had quite a problem getting the best, but as it went on, as I increased my catch, I got better boats. I got transferred to different areas. I had quite a few years in the Gulf. I left Standard Products and went with the Smith. People had just moved into the Gulf with a new plant, and they made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. So I stayed down there 5 years, but it was hot weather, and I decided that if I could get back on the bay, I'd come back to the home area. So that's what I did. In the meantime, we had located on the river a nice home, and have been there really ever since. But I did leave home and went to Southport, fished down at Cakefield River quite a few years. I liked it very. It probably was the best area I ever fished. But of course, every year in the fall, we had to go to Beaufort. The fish always migrated down the coast, and we went to Beaufort.
You've had some deck boats too, haven't you?
Oh, I have. I'll tell you. Later in life, we decided that fishing wasn't all that well, so we decided to go and journey into the snapper rigging, which was catching menhaden for bait. So I went hunting for a duck boat, and I found one with the Ward boys, and her name had been the P.E. Pruitt. Of course, the Wards changed her name to the Ward Thomas W. They had the misfortune of losing her son in an automobile accident, and they named her Thomas W. Of course, later I changed her name to my wife's name, and then from there, I later found that we didn't have much use for the boat, so I sold it. I converted it to a yacht, houseboat. And the gentleman that bought it up in Pennsylvania, he decided to change it back to the P.E. Pruitt. Mm-hmm. And if you see it along the bay, she's one of the prettiest boats, I think, in the business. But anyway, life's been real good to me, and
you ran seed with her some too.
Oh my, yeah, we had quite a few trips to James River with her, and I had a little hitch of crab drudging over Davis's Creek, and got to know a few of those Matthews County men, and yeah, I sure did.
Captain Snow and all them.
Oh yeah, Morris Snow, and Laura Hodgins, who was one of my favorites, and all those old boys are gone.
Yep. Yeah. And you knew Johnny Ward and all them?
I knew all the Wards, and I was asking about John Carr. He had owned the blocks, yeah. But anyway, I'm sure he came out of Guinea, I think. Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, they done rebuilt the Mob Jack. They got her in Guinea now. Got her working.
That's right. The guys sure have. I try to keep up with all that. I see where the Peggy, boat Peggy, and
she's looking good these days.
Yeah. And I look forward to seeing them every year when they come down. Mm-hmm. Most of the time they come to Urbana, but I sure do.
So what's your greatest memory? What's
well, I tell you, when you fool around on the water for as long as I have, you can tell a lot of tales and remember a lot of things. I guess one of the worst nights I ever spent on the water was the night the Fenwick Island menhaden fish boat sank down in Beaufort. She lost about 8 or 10 of her crew members, and I happened to be along in that fleet of boats, but thank the Lord we made it in. Mm-hmm. But I can remember a lot of fishing trips that were much nicer, but that particular one, we had been fishing up off of Ocracoke, and we knew there was a front coming through, but we hoped we would beat the front, but we didn't. But anyway, that probably was one of my worst experiences. I had a lot of good experiences and a lot of, and they're hard to really pick one out.
All right,
know?
sure.
I used to like to go to Beaufort every fall because I met with a lot of nice guys, and we all, but anyway, when North Carolina closed its fishing to Menhaden, from Menhaden, that all left us, but still some of my best friends down in Beaufort, and
Yeah.
I expect to go back shortly and see some of them.
Yeah. Time always brings change, so
It does.
that's
It
why we
does.
want to sit down with you today and get some of that knowledge you got. And
Well, I appreciate you coming by. It kind of gets lonesome here on the hill every now and then. I have a couple of kitty cats, and of course I still got the boatyard. And, yeah. You might find me on Facebook once in a while,
that's a good thing.
telling a tale or two.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed our time with you here today.
Well, I want y'all to come back.
Got a beautiful place right here on the Rappahannock River. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
And
well,
you've been blessed.
I have. I really have. And, I look forward to coming back soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, we've enjoyed this time. We thank you for sharing, and just it don't get any better than this. I could sit here and talk with you all day long.
Well, I could tell you some tales all day.
I'm sure you can. Absolutely. So, well, thank you very much, and we're going to have to go for now, but we'll do it again.
All right. Come on back.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.